everybody, this is Intuitive Edge. Welcome once again to my channel. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. So, what is going on in our world? Well, I want to take a look at a couple of things. First, we're going to start off with prosecutions. Now, a lot of people are speculating that there may be some prosecutions coming down the pike. There are names being thrown out, such as Anthony Fauci. We know that Letitia James, the AG of New York, who went after Trump, she's finding herself in her own bit of hot water. Are there going to be any prosecutions? Is anything going to come of these, or are these just names being thrown out there and people maybe putting them on their wish list? But what's going to be taking place with these names? I'll be right back and we'll take a look. First up, Anthony Fauci. What I'm looking at is specifically Anthony Fauci. He's being kind of looked at, and there are speculators out there saying that there could be some trouble ahead for him. So what do the cards have to say? So this is for Anthony Fauci. I've got my little spread written out here, asking for the right and perfect cards to fall in the right perfect order. Let's see what the cards have to say about Anthony Fauci. Anthony Fauci. Anthony Fauci. Okay. All right. So I'm using a new deck called the Dreaming Way Tarot. All right. First card out for Anthony Fauci is the Past. Interesting card to that. We have the Lovers card. This is a card about partnerships. Sometimes strategic partnerships, more than just a romantic partnership. This is like you're in business with somebody. You're partnering for a greater cause. So that could be kind of the past, what happened. It kind of led up to all of this. The lesson is the Three of Pentacles. On the horizon is the Fool. Obstacles is the Five of Swords. The environment is the King of Wands. Okay, and I will go over what all of this means in a moment here. Two more cards. I just made up my own little spread here. Number 6 is what needs to be done, or what do we need to know, or what needs to be done about the situation, and then the outcome. Okay, so I'll show you what I've got here just a little bit. Starting up at the top left, this is the Lovers card I'd mentioned. That is the card of the past, meaning partnerships. The lesson is this card. Now, this is the Three of Pentacles, but I thought the artwork was super interesting on this because it almost looks like somebody kind of in a lab coat or some type of something like that. And she's got coins coming out of, like, I don't know if that's a bag on her head. It doesn't really look like a hat. But she's got this money just kind of coming out, and this feels like there's some sort of lesson involved in all of this regarding the money that was used for the labs. I'm getting the lab reference with this. And this just seems like money's just coming from every direction. It's just the money's just like there. And it feels like the lesson in this is about the money and how it was spent, where it was, what it was used for. But there could be some revealing, but it just feels like this money was just expected to be there and never dry up. And it felt like it was just almost like just taken advantage of, that it was always going to be there. There was never going to be any issue with it. The next card is in the middle. This one represents what's on the horizon, and we have the Fool card. The Fool is representative of taking a new step, being carefree, brand new stuff on the horizon, but sometimes it can be a little reckless, like you're just going to go ahead, straight ahead, and not really knowing what lies ahead. And interesting that the Fool is facing right into this card, which is the card of the obstacle. Now, this Fool, to me, is walking right into this, which is kind of an ominous card. The Five of Swords is a card of conflict, but it's also like you've kind of been caught and there's really no way out. It's like you have to face some sort of karmic thing. You have to face the music. And this fool is ready to just kind of walk into this situation where there's really nothing. It's a tight rope that you have to walk, and not going to be easy there. Okay, all right. Next card is the environment. Now this card, I had to pause the video and really kind of look at this. The King of Wands. This artwork is fascinating. If you look at the outfit that this king is wearing, it has what looks like a chameleon embedded into his outfit. Now, what I find fascinating with that, and what I felt the energy from it, is that this King of Wands is representing blending in like a chameleon, but also a hidden agenda. And this is on the environment around him. So to me, this feels like this king is in his environment around him, representing a hidden agenda. Now, whether that is Anthony himself with a hidden agenda, or if that could represent someone else, maybe Donald Trump or somebody who has authority or power in some way over this situation, that is right now kind of blending in and pulling the strings behind the scenes. So it'll be interesting to see who that is or what that refers to. The Hanged Man is coming up in the position of what needs to be done about the situation. Having the Hanged Man, this is about giving something up to gain something better, the card of self-sacrifice. Something needs to be uncovered, and it feels like this is going to kind of turn things upside down, what is coming with Anthony Fauci. And it feels like there's more that needs to be uncovered, and there's probably a lot actually that needs to be uncovered is what I'm feeling with that. This card, the Two of Wands. Now, this is a card about the future, direction, and what was interesting, this is the card of the outcome for this, for Anthony Fauci. What I was really pulling into with this is I was pulling into that globe and seeing the buildings off on the distance, and it felt to me like something foreign. Perhaps a foreign country has interest in this outcome, and they could have some sort of pull or influence. Now, notice it's sitting right under this king. Perhaps the chameleon could be a foreign state, head of state, that is trying to pull the strings behind the scenes. Perhaps there is another country that is very interested in Anthony Fauci. Perhaps they want to ask him about his involvement with the labs and the money that was involved. Somebody is working behind the scenes to pull some strings to make that happen. I asked directly, will Anthony Fauci go to prison? Is he going to be caught red-handed with something? Interesting on that, I pulled this card, the Hermit. Now, this is interesting because a major arcana, this card carries a lot of weight, but it's also a card of self-reflection, going within. It's also the card of solitude. So that's interesting on that question. Will he go to prison? That would be a card that would lend itself, I think, to that. Now, that's not necessarily a jail card, but it is a card of solitude and looking within and reflecting over your choices over the past and kind of regrouping yourself. So I think the key with this is going to be the foreign influence. There is something going on behind the scenes, and it's all tied to the labs. And so I think there's going to be some interesting stuff that comes up with this. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Let's switch gears here and take a look at Letitia James. She is the AG of New York. She's in quite a bit of hot water, not just one issue, but several issues of mortgage fraud, allegedly. So, what is the case with Letitia James? Is this hot water going to result in anything for her? Is she going to be prosecuted? Is she going to be, let's just see what the cards have to say as I'm shuffling up here, talking this out. So, High Priestess and Ten of Swords just fell out. That's an interesting combo. High Priestess and the Ten of Swords, a card of endings. That's actually quite fascinating. Okay, shuffled up the cards, and I'm just going to do a 10-card Celtic Cross. Let's see what's coming up for Tish James. First card out, 8 of Cups. That's a card of having to move on from this kind of a sad situation. It's having to make a change, usually a change that's forced upon you. Crossing it is the 9 of Swords. That is a card of stress, anxiety. Crowning everything is the 3 of Swords. Ouch, ouch, ouch. The card of Heartache can be betrayal. Very challenging emotionally. What led up to this is the 9 of Pentacles. This is a card of abundance, money, prosperity, fortune. Let's see what we have. Fading into the background is the Ace of Cups. That's a card of new beginnings, but it's in the background going into the past. Right on the horizon are these two. The 8 of Cups, sad change, and having to deal with that 9 of Swords. That's like right in the middle of what's happening around her. Knight of Cups is an offer being made. This Knight of Cups is facing right back onto that 9 of Swords, meaning there's an offer or something being made or looked at with regard to her. The 4 of Pentacles is on her. This is a card of holding on to what's yours. It can be very territorial. This is a card of I'm not giving up. This is mine. I'm not giving in. It's very stubborn energy, but it's also digging in your heels, not wanting to budge, okay? That's on her right now. The energy around her is the Chariot. Now, it's interesting because the Chariot is about movement, things moving quickly, and this is a major arcana. It's facing right into the Knight of Cups, which is the card of the offer, which is facing right into this situation that is right in front of her right now. This is not going to go away for her anytime soon. This is like it's moving right on her. Okay, she's digging in her heels, but the energy is fast approaching for her. Okay, let's see what we have. Temperance. Outcome is the 10 of Pentacles. As I'm looking at this 10 of Pentacles, I'm feeling like there's another interested party that's going to be coming into this. I don't think it's right. Right now, there's like 3 separate things, and I'm trying to remember related to mortgage fraud. One was that she said that she was, her primary residence was in Virginia when she was living in New York. She said that the place that one of her properties was a 4-bedroom or 4-unit, and it was a 5-unit. Another one was that she listed her dad as her husband. Okay, so 3 different kind of things on different loans. Okay, whatever. But what I'm feeling is there's something else coming in, and I don't know if it's, I feel like there's another interested party, And this could be somebody coming in to substantiate the allegations of what's, but there's a fourth. There's a fourth thing. This is probably going to come out maybe in the next couple of weeks, like mid-May maybe. But there's something coming out, and this is a fourth interested party. Oh, okay. Let me just see if I can pull into this a little bit. It was all when I looked at this Ten of Pentacles. So let me look at this card again and see what else comes to me. Yeah, okay. So right now I feel like there's some people, let me just show you the card. I feel like there's some people talking behind the scenes. This is not out in the open yet. And it's like they're making their case or building their case. There's a fourth issue coming right out soon. And it's going to hit her again. This is coming out again. It's going to be a strike on her again. It almost feels like somebody she knew or worked with they're going to substantiate things already in the works, but also there's something else that they're going to bring up. Like a new thing that she did that is going, it's not going to be good. It feels like it's another nail in the coffin is what I'm hearing figuratively. So be looking for that. Somebody else, and that could be part of what this is. This is a card of betrayal, and this is what is crowning this whole thing. Somebody, she's probably going to view it as somebody betrayed her. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be the nail for her. It's really going to, I mean, I think that the things that she's got against her right now are bad, but this is going to like seal the deal. I think she's in a lot of trouble. And I think she's going to fight it hard. I do see her fighting this. But this new thing coming out, see if I can feel into what it is. Again, it feels like somebody she knew, but somebody's turning on her. And, but they're exposing something else that's really not good. And this is going to get her in even more hot water. So I do think that Miss James has got some big trouble ahead of her. Okay, that's what I have on that. Now on to a different topic. I'm very curious. Alberta, Canada looks like they may be trying to secede from Canada and become part of the United States. Is that going to happen? Is it likely? How likely is it? Or is that just fallout from an election? What's going to come of that? Let's take a look at the cards. I'll be right back and we'll get started. All right, so shuffled up here. Question is, Alberta, Canada. Will Alberta become the 51st state of the United States and or part of the United States and leave Canada? So I tried to cover all the bases with the question. First card out is the Star. That's interesting. Hold on here. Star and Hanged Man. Oh my goodness. Okay, Star is the card of hope, wanting something better, moving into a better position. The Hanged Man is all about giving something up in order to gain something better. That's fascinating. Okay, hold on here. Ugh, all right, let's see what else we get. Sun, crowning everything. Oh. Okay, I don't have all the cards out yet, but holy crap. The Sun crowning this? High Priestess underneath. Card of wisdom. Card of going within. Intuition. The past. This is a card of the past. This is somebody who is in grief, who is feeling oppressed, and anxiety. The future is the Six of Cups. Guys, I mean, I haven't even like felt intuitively into this yet. I'm just pulling the cards. And these cards are the Six of Cups. Card of nostalgia, childhood, something brand new, innocence, leaving behind this. Guys, the Knight of Swords is on Alberta. This is a messenger of taking action. They are not joking. Now, obviously not every person in Alberta wants to secede from Canada, but I'm telling you what, I think the majority do. This is gaining momentum. Oh my God. Guys, the next card out is on the environment around this. The Wheel of Fortune. Dare I say, this is going to happen. Do I be that bold? The Wheel of Fortune on the environment around this, the world above that, the card of success. Now, guys, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. Oh my God, you guys. You guys. The outcome is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of building something, working on a plan, a strategy, putting a plan into action. It's all about strategizing, building, and planning. Ten of Pentacles. Underneath is the card of success, achievement. This is, guys, this is incredible. I don't know what to say. I'm almost speechless. I'm flabbergasted. Welcome, Alberta. My friends up in Alberta, I think we would love to have you. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for myself. I think there's a lot of Americans that would love to partner with you and have you as part of us. If you would like to become part of the United States, I think that there would be a welcoming committee that would welcome you with open arms. I think it's destined to happen, and it will happen. Oh, I forgot to mention this. As I was shuffling, the Magician card popped out. That is the card of basically alchemy. You're taking something, raw materials, and you're creating something brand new out of it. I think I'm just going to leave this here. I'll let you guys percolate on this. The cards speak for themselves, and I'll show you what I have here so you can take a look. At the end here, I'll show these cards to you. But oh my God, you guys. All of these cards go so well together. They tell the story. Alberta, welcome to the USA. That's all I got to say. Okay. We started out with the Star underneath, crossed by the Hangman, having to give something up to gain something better, but there's hope around that. Crowning is the Sun. Oh, what's underneath? This Wisdom, making wise choices. What you're leaving behind, Alberta. And what's on the horizon for you is something beautiful and innocent, a new beginning. This is you guys. You're taking action. The Wheel of Fortune is on your environment. This is all about fate, karma, destiny, things that are meant to be. Above that, we have the World, success, and the Builder's card. And I just feel like there is so much good that is in store that this is going to be a very beneficial thing for the people of Alberta. And maybe Saskatchewan too, if they decide to, but this is going to happen. Now, guys, again, it's not going to be overnight. I don't know when. I didn't get when, but it will happen. In my opinion, it will happen in what I see in the cards. Okay, so that's what I got for this reading. All right, everybody. Oh, there's a lot there. Thanks for joining me tonight. There was a lot I covered. Didn't get to everything I wanted to, but that's okay. I got to the important stuff. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.